Okay, I'm back, Soul Fam. Fucking A. I'll tell you what. So, I might seem like I'm an asshole, but I don't tolerate people interrupting me. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You know? You see somebody, in a mid-conversation, whether, I could be on a fucking FaceTime with my mom, and she's in her dying bed, and you want to interrupt the motherfucker. You don't know what you're interrupting, It's all about respect. But I understand the kid was about to get off the bus, but it was divinely guided, and I'm glad he was a respectful kid. And as soon as I got off the phone with him, I didn't hold that same vibration. I was just like, what's up, man? How you doing? But I like to let motherfuckers know that, fucking be respectful, But, man, that child, or that youngster, he's not a child. And if you're watching this video, brother, I'm glad we talked, man. And just know that it's gonna get better, bro. And fucking God sent us to each other, bro. So follow the journey, man, and follow your heart, man. But yeah, man, I ran into the shorty that interrupted me, man. He's his brother just passed away. He fucking got shot in the head. He actually started crying on the trip. I seen tears in his eyes and shit. Wanted to give him a hug, but had to run off the bus. But I gave him my YouTube account, I gave him my Instagram and my phone number, and said some kind words to him, and he's on his path, and it's all love, it's all blessing. But so I didn't get to really get into it. So I'm so sick of this iPhone shit, y'all know that, and I was attempting to sell my phone, right? And all the signs were there. I was following them along. Everything was divinely guided. And this trolley is simple. You get it, it pretty much goes in a straight line. Sometimes it curves, but you have all the stops listed right there. And for some reason, I kept on missing the stop. And there was no fucking reason for it. It was like as if it fucking disappeared. And that's the shit I'm talking about. Like, this fucking reality ain't what it seems like. Not one bit. And like, shit will disappear right in front of your fucking very eyes. And it's crazy. It will blow your fucking mind. It will piss you off. I'm sitting there walking down the street. I already explained this. I sound like a fucking schizo. I'm talking to myself like, what the fuck's your problem, spirit? What am I doing? What are we doing? And I'm like, wow, I turned into a fucking schizo. I'm talking. I can't say I'm talking to myself, because I'm not. I'm talking to spirit, but still, it makes you go to think like half of these motherfuckers that are claimed to be crazy on the street, they're just talking to God in their head. But they're unhealed, so they're having the wrong conversations. So, I never made it to that Starbucks, right? I missed the stop again. But I realized that I was supposed to run into these two individuals. One of the individuals I actually seen at the McDonald's when I was walking off to the trolley. And he's like, I said hi to you. I was like, I'm sorry, bro. Must have been in my head or something. And sometimes I just, that's why I have to let go of judgment. Because I still judge, and it's a bad program. And I seen him walking with a blanket wrapped around him through the streets. And sometimes you just chop them motherfuckers off as just like crazy. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that in a judgmental way. I mean that literally insane. Some of these people wrap around fucking, like another dude got on the bus. He had a blanket wrapped around him. He was fucking straight barefoot walking through the city. And, I wanted to share something with them, but like I said, I don't overreach. That shit, you'll write a check your ass can't cash when you do that. So the other one that had a blanket around him, he pretty much started talking to me, And, but, so I gave him some kind words, gave him $2 to get him on his bus pass. And then, let him know, like, hey man, God wants some change out of you, man. And it starts up here. And maybe you don't resonate with God, but, he's from Atlanta, so, he got the Bible Belt, so, he was familiar with the whole God, the word God and everything, and it didn't rub him wrong, but, so, that was one, And then I realized I missed my stop. So I got off. And then I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Come on, Spirit. What are you doing? And then I get back on. And I miss my stop again. So I get off. Wait. Another bus comes. And they never come that soon. Like, they're coming back to back. And I'm like, that's odd. Usually I have to wait like 15 fucking 20 minutes for these fucking trolleys. But they're coming back to back. So I'm like, I jump back on. And I get on there. And that's when I'm making the video with y'all. And, you know, the shorty starts talking, you know. I could tell he's trying to make eye contact with me or whatnot. And he's listening in on my video. And he must have heard a few words that, you know, caught his attention. And, you know, after I got off the phone with off the camera, I started talking to him and whatnot. And that was the second individual, fucking divinely guided. Like I said, his brother just got murdered. He's fucking going through some things. And I just shared a kind word like, man, my sister just passed as well, you know, through a drug overdose. And I was like, I feel you, bro, but just know, man, they're fucking doing better than we are right now. We're fucking down here suffering, bro. They're up there fucking peaceful. And you just gained a guardian angel, man. So just be cool, man. And now you're talking to me? Now, I'm not holding myself on a pedestal, but I know how fucking connected I am. So if I get an individual sent to me, I know that God is fucking, he's working his fucking magic. You know what I mean? And it just so happened, that kid's on his path. He's going through some fucking trouble. So yeah, like I said, any individual that fucking sits there and says, oh, he gets sent to me so I know. No, that's not ego. I know what the fuck is going on. It's just, I'm so confident. I'm so fucking confident where I'm at up here and right here that nobody could tell me about myself. I know who the fuck I am. I know where the fuck I'm going, and I know what the fuck I'm doing. So now I'm at this Starbucks, you know, and I texted dude and was like, look, man, I tried every which way to get to you, man, and it just wasn't happening, bro. And I apologize. I don't mean to waste your time. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but, you know, and I even texted, I think God's telling me not to make this transaction, and I'm not here. I can't get rid of this phone out of my hand until I have one in my hand. And that's what I was told. So, and I don't have the resources for it. So, like I said, I mean, when it shows up, it shows up. And it just so happened that when I got off at the stop, I was at the CVS and I tried to connect to a Wi-Fi and I had this shitty ass signal, but I got through. And I went to go put on a song, and I clicked one song, and something else popped up, and it said it was a song called "Fall Back," and it was the album or the artist was called Rebel or something, and I was just like, wow, how weird is that? Okay, I'm gonna fall back. So I googled another Starbucks, see if there was one close by, so I could continue posting a video. Because I didn't get to finish on the bus because I wanted to talk to the shorty, you know. And like I said, it's all fucking divinely guided. So I texted dude, I'm not selling the phone until I have a fucking phone in my hand. But I'm so sick of this fucking iPhone. And I told myself. So I tried to make a video. I mentioned this, so I don't mean to repeat myself, but I fucking made I kept on trying to make videos. And it kept on cutting short, like a minute video, a minute, 30 seconds, and it says my memory's full. But I just went on my phone and I deleted like 30 of my videos, like 7 apps, and it opened up like 6 gigs of space. So I was like, what is the problem? So when I fucking missed my stop for the fucking second time, and I was on the street and I started this video, the first one, where I got interrupted, I told Spirit, I was like, look, if this fucking video continues to go on and it doesn't cut short, then I know I'm not meant to sell this phone right now. And sure enough, fucking I got 9 minutes and 27 seconds on the screen, which is a fucking great number saying you're in complete alignment with where you're on your path. So keep going. So I don't know what's going on. I really don't know. I'm so jacked up off of caffeine. Not really though. Caffeine doesn't affect me like that. But best believe, I probably drink about fucking 5,000 milligrams of caffeine a day. And now this cycled back around. And like, I gave this up. It was like at least a couple months. I was like, wow, fuck yeah, I gave that up, you know? And then sure enough, these things cycle back around. Kratom, I'm not fucking, like I said, I don't have fucking resources to just trick off on large amounts of kratom. So I did buy a little bit because I found a store that had it for the low. And, but I am using it more than I was previously when I cut down. I would cut down and I was down to like 10 grams a day, and now I'm up. I don't know what I'm up to, but it ain't that much because I bought 100 grams and it's been fucking like, I don't know, it's almost a week since I bought it. So it's not like I'm going excessively, but more than, and that's what I'm saying. These cycles, we think we're fucking finished with them. We think we overcame them and we conquered them, and they disappear for a little bit and then they come back around. But it's not nothing that we're doing. This is the way spirit flows through us and, in a sense, fucking pulls on our puppet strings. We're fucking puppets, y'all. You'll go to a sheep. Look at this is how it goes. Most individuals out here, fucking sheep, right? And let's just say that they have this awakening and they start waking up to their true self. Then they become a puppet, a divinely guided puppet. We're not in control, y'all. I'm sorry. And if you believe you are, that's just your ego. But when you fully connect to this fucking flow, you are not in control. You're not. And if you fucking read that Kabbalion book that I got into, it would even share that with you. You know what I mean? It would even share that with you. Most people think they're exercising their free will. No, they're not. 11:55. They're exercising their free will, but they're fucking manipulated by other individuals to make their decisions. But in their rational, unconscious mind, they think they're making the decisions themselves, but they're not. And the same thing goes when you're divinely guided, except you're aware of your programs and you're aware of the synchronicities and you're just following them. So it's like you're a puppet on the string. And if you fucking follow Eastern religion, I don't even like to say a religion, but Eastern theology, there's a fucking painting of fucking Shiva and Shakti, and they're in the sky and they got fucking little puppet strings in their hands, and then the humans are on the ground and they're controlling the puppets. And that painting is like thousands of years old. So they knew that they were fucking puppets. And before I even seen that video or that painting, I was like, man, I think we're fucking puppets here. Straight up, I think we're puppets. And sure enough, it's confirming it. So now I'm out downtown Phoenix, and I had two individuals that was going to buy the iPhone. And I was headed to the other one, and it didn't work out. And then I checked my messages, and the other one said, hey, could you send me your IMEI, or whatever it's called? So I just went off and did it anyways, just to see what he offers, if he offers anything, and if it was higher than what the other guy offered. Because the other guy offered $200, and the fucking kiosk, the ATM Eco fucking thing, was only $135. So I was like, okay, so that's a plus. And I mentioned in the video, I'm so sick of this fucking attachment to this iPhone. I go tap my pocket, and if I tap the wrong pocket, the pocket that I think was in there, I'll fucking get this anxiety, like, oh no. And that's the attachment. It's fucking ridiculous. And I don't want these attachments in my life. I'm so sick of them. You know what I mean? Like, all of a sudden, you get a fucking feeling in your chest, like your heart just dropped in your ass over a fucking goofy-ass phone? Come the fuck on, man. That's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And if I'm experiencing, I can just imagine what some individuals are experiencing out there when it comes to, losing their phone. Like, for example, like a few years back, when I was still in the 3D fucking consciousness, we were all hanging out. It was like some family time. I didn't get to see my nieces quite often. My nieces of my sister who just passed away. And we were all together. And Destiny, my oldest niece, her phone died. And she fucking went into a straight panic attack. Fucking, just ruined the whole fucking day because she didn't have battery on her phone and she couldn't get to a charger. And I was like, wow, that's fucking sad. And that's how all these kids are when it comes to these fucking mobile devices, man. They are so fucking dependent and so detached. And not only them, all of us. Think of how many numbers do you know? If, let's just say something happened and you went to jail and you had your phone taken away and you had a payphone right in front of you. How many numbers would you remember to be able to call to try to get you out of jail? And that's the shit you gotta think of. You should know at least 1 to 3 numbers of like very important people that you know will fucking get you out of a jam, that will assist you with getting you out of a jam. You know, think about this. You're in your own city. How well could you navigate around, I mean, your whole city? Let's say you're from Chicago, right? How well could you navigate around Chicago if you didn't have your fucking GPS? And that's the shit I'm talking about. That's the shit I'm talking about. And that's the reason why I'm going without service for so long, I think, is because the fucking Spirit is like, dude, you're so lost that if you don't have your GPS, you don't know where you're going. You know, I don't even know where the direction of north is unless I connect to my heart and intuitively I ask and I receive. Like last night, I went to go, you know, give gratitude to the cardinal directions and the archangels. And I'm like, damn, where's north? And I turned my phone off, so I didn't have the compass. And I was just like, which way's north? And then I had this thought, you're pointing north. And I'm like, okay. And I paid homage to the cardinal directions, as above, so below, to end the night and ask for protection. So I turned my phone on after I give, you know, gratitude, and I checked the compass, and sure enough, intuitively, I was correct. So we have the answers, y'all. We have them all. So thank you, Felix, man. I'm sorry to wait fucking 16 minutes into this video to give thanks for the blessing that I received. You know, I'm fucking grateful as fuck. Not only for that, but just for the service that you've been to me, you know, the kind words, you know, assisting me on my channel, you know, pointing me in the direction of a few individuals that could possibly help me out. And I'm like, if something don't work out, you know, like you pointed me in the direction of your buddy, not the one we talked to today, but the first one. And, you know, I followed him and I sent him a message, but he didn't even bother getting in contact with me. And I'm not offended at all. It just tells me that he wasn't supposed to be, you know, assisting me. That's all it tells me. So, and that's the thing. Like, sometimes we just have to let go. Like, I could sit there and just fucking fight this resistance to go get to Buddy to get my phone sold, and I could fucking possibly get ripped off, you know, or something. Or, you know, I even made another fucking, you know, I already had another intuitive thought besides when I said, okay, if this video goes through, I'm not supposed to sell my phone. And then look. But what I said in the beginning is, if I go to Buddy, if I make it to Buddy, and, you know, we're about to do the transaction, and he mentions anything lower than what we fucking discussed, the $200, I'm to walk off on his goofy ass. Just walk clean the fuck off. Like, hey, bro, you blew it, bro. I was divinely told that if you come incorrect and you freaking and you fucking offer me anything under than what we discussed, then I was to walk off on your ass. So you're not getting this phone. It doesn't matter. So, but look, it's already told. So we'll see what happens. My main thing is posting these videos for y'all and expressing myself and being of service as much as I can. So that is my goal. You know, I'm not too attached to fucking a phone service. Personally, I'd rather not have service, you know, because I don't want to be one of them fucking zombies staring at my screen all fucking day on the fucking bus, you know. And if, you know, I could see my ego tune in. Like yesterday, I was fucking on the bus and I was reading a book, and I glanced around, I seen everybody glued to their phone, and I felt good about myself. Like, yeah, everybody's fucking, and I'm reading a book. Wow, they probably think I'm intelligent as fuck, man. They probably thinking like, oh, this guy, you know what I mean? Like, and that's the ego. That's the fucking ego being like, yeah, I'm fucking kick ass. I'm reading a book. Like, shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up. If you didn't have your fucking, if you had service, you would definitely probably be glued to that fucking phone and neglecting that book, bro. So don't fucking sit there and act all brand new like you're on some new shit. I know, I'm aware. I'm fucking aware. I'm not sitting there saying like, best believe I'd be glued to that fucking phone, you know? Because randomly I pull the phone out of my pocket and just check for a Wi-Fi signal, you know what I mean? And if I wasn't that attached to it, I wouldn't give a fuck unless I really needed it. And I ain't need it for anything. But sometimes, you know, I like listening to music. But Spirit don't like me walking in on my fucking headphones in, because there's things out here that I need to hear. There's people out here. Sometimes you'll walk by and you'll just hear a random conversation. You know what I mean? Hear something off the radio. Fucking whatever it is. So that's why Spirit, like for example, like my headphones, right? I'll fucking go and I'll reach your Wi-Fi signal and I'll put a fucking song in. And fucking before then my fucking headphones will be working fine. And then all of a sudden the left one's broke, you know? And then all of a sudden the right one's broke and the left one's working. And then they're both working. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm talking about. And sometimes I attribute to this, you know, if my fucking left ear bud is not working and it's a constant occurrence, then that's trying to tell me that, wow, am I neglecting my left brain? You know, because we do have to put some logic to things, you know. And if you're not familiar with right brain's masculine, right brain's feminine, and left brain's masculine, you know. Right brain's intuition, you know, and fucking left brain's fucking logic, you know, and it's about balancing them both. Me personally, I feel like 70-30, 70% intuition, or maybe 80-20, yeah, 80-20, 80% intuition, 20% logic, you know. So I don't know what's going on right now, you know, but I'm just gonna stay posted and look for the signs, because they're out here. And yeah, that shit gassed me up, man. I was fucking ornery as fuck with this bus, and they'll do that to you. Spirit will do that to you. It'll gas you up, but you have to let go. You just have to be like, oh, I'm fucking annoyed, but I know this is right. Doesn't mean I like it, but it's fucking in alignment. And I wish it would just quit fucking with me and just give me a clear answer. You don't always have the answer because it's so wishy-washy. Like, okay, I'm on my way to go get this phone or sell this phone. Everything is in alignment. I'm seeing the synchronicities and everything. And then I go to do it and you're sending me in fucking circles. So what is this mixed message you're giving me? And sometimes you'll question it, you know? But you just have to trust. You just have to trust. So I'm actually going to go down to Cricket. I'm going to, because you can get a free phone down there, but you have to pay the first month of service, which I believe is like $60 or something. And I'm like, okay, but it's like if you switch your service to them. But I don't know, because my service is suspended through the phone that I have. Like, I actually looked at it and it's like, oh, you have a due balance of, like, your next bill is due and it's like $700. I'm like, yeah, fuck you. But fuck you. You ain't getting that. But so like I said, I'll fucking manifest the resources somehow, some way. And if it's meant to be, I will have a phone, you know? And if it's not, then it's not. I'm not attached to it. But my main concern was getting these fucking videos out to y'all. And I still have my laptop, so I'm good there, which is a blessing because, you know, as far as YouTube goes, like, certain actions that you need to do, you can't do through your mobile device. Like, I was trying to give somebody permission to manage my account, and you can't do that through the phone. And if you can, please school me in. But you have to go on YouTube to the desktop version and go through it that way. And another thing that I keep on mentioning, which I wish I could fucking do, is post stories on YouTube. Like you would post on Instagram, the quick 1-minute clips. You could do that on YouTube, but I don't see the feature on my phone, and it says then it's not compatible. And I'm like, how is it not compatible? How could an iPhone 10 not be compatible? If anything's fucking compatible, you'd think it'd be fucking iPhone. You know, at least a pretty recent version. But they make these fucking pieces of shit so frequently, And this is why I don't like Apple. They're fucking scam artists. They're fucking crooks. There's a fucking lawsuit on them. They got like a fucking $50 million lawsuit on iPhone that they're compensating individuals who had iPhone 7 or under or 6 or under and giving them $25 because they lowered their fucking battery so their battery don't last as long and their phone slows down. So they would feel pushed to get the new version. And these are these fucking crooks. This is what they're doing, dude. That's what they're doing. So I don't want to be a part of that. I even told Steve Jobs, I told the spirit of T. Jobs, bro, like, what are you, a fucking crook, dude? Are you a fucking crook, man? Is that enough? You charge fucking $800, $900, $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 for a fucking device that probably costs fucking $1.50 to make, you know, in mass production. And then you're charging motherfuckers thousands of dollars, and then these fucking individuals on the street that ain't got shit want to fucking get one because it's a symbol and it makes them look cool and they feel like they fucking, you know, they're a part of something. And their fucking phone is worth more than their fucking rent note, you know? Their phone is equivalent to fucking 4 car notes. Their fucking phone is more than a fucking, it costs to fucking, for a single person, I'd say 4 months worth of groceries. And this shit's sad. And we feel like we should get one of these things because it's the cool thing to do. But this shit's just a symbol, man. Once you get the phone, so many people have them. You don't give a fuck. You know? You don't give a fuck about the little Apple on your thing. Oh, you got a fucking iPhone, man. You're kick ass. No, you're a fucking sucker. Like, I feel like a straight sucker getting this phone. But like I said, I was mentioning in another video that it was divinely guided. And I actually checked out the price. It was $133.33 to get the phone sent to me. And then I make fucking 33, and then it's and then I make the price of the phone added onto my phone bill was $33.33. So I was like, oh, I'm meant to get this motherfucker. But usually I could trace back and find the reason of why I was supposed to get this phone. And the only reason why I honestly feel like I was even supposed to get this phone was because to realize that it's a fucking symbol, it's fucking worthless, and it's no better than a fucking Android. And straight up, it's no better than an Android. Actually, Android's actually a lot better. Because if you fucking lose your job and you can't pay for your phone, at least they're not gonna limit, you know, your data, or they're not gonna freaking, what I mean by, they're not gonna fucking sit there and say, oh, you only have this amount of storage. Unless you could buy some more iCloud storage, you're burnt. That's some fucking sucker ass shit right there, man. I don't want anything to do with that. Straight up. You know, my music. You know, I paid for iTunes Store for fucking a year and a half, had a whole library fucking full of music that I would enjoy listening to. And then one day it just disappeared because I couldn't pay for it. So what about all the money I fucking paid in the beginning for that music? What, that's just fucking, I'm assed out? What's up, buddy? Look, I got a friend. He's like, man, let me get in that video, man. I know you got some shit in that bag, man. Let me get some of that, man. Man, Joe, you stingy as a motherfucker, Jack. Man, you look all sucked up, Bert. You need a meal. Say, well, fucking go get me something there, nigga. Hey, you know what's funny? Which he probably ain't gonna see this video because I don't know if he watches my content anymore, but he might have went through my videos. So I had this individual, I'm not gonna name his name, but he was like, man, I feel like I was divinely guided to you, man. I was supposed to support you on your mission. And, you know, I love your content. And you really inspire me, and you fucking, you know, I really feel connected, dude. He even called me, like, his idol. And I'm like, wow, that's fucking, okay, that's cool, you know? But I don't buy into that validation shit, you know? And he was authentic. He's not authentic about it. And then all of a sudden, I haven't heard from him, you know? And like he was just making like empty promises, like, oh yeah, man, I'll be sending you some resources. Look out for it this Friday, you know. And you know, when you're out here, but you know, when you're out here, and you know, you can need that. The ego would like to fucking jump on that fucking codependency gravy train, right? So I was like, oh, that's fucking a blessing, you know. Oh, I could look out to a little blessing on Friday, you know. And it never came. But that was the ego. The spirit's like, fuck him. We're good. You know what I mean? That was a lesson to be learned, that like people say shit, but their words don't match their actions. And I actually made a video about that. Like, it's so important. The only thing you have in this fucking life is your fucking word. It's the only fucking value you truly have is your word and how you carry yourself. And once you compromise that, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. But he probably watched one of my videos and he heard me say the word nigga and not realize where the fuck I come from, and not realize that like it probably set off one of his programs and thought it was a hateful thing. But no, it's not a hateful thing. I'm triggering a fucking program in you for you becoming so fucking soft that you let a word offend you. And there's no words that should offend you. There's no such thing as bad words, but there's a way, there's how you use the word. That is what's bad. And that's the only thing I could honestly think of why he just quit communicating with me. Which, like I said, I mean, I ain't got no attachment. I'm supported no matter what. That shit don't make me or break me. But it pays me, it teaches me a valuable lesson to, you know, don't buy into what the fuck people say, you know? So, this video's long enough though. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm just gonna follow the signs, see where it goes, and hopefully fucking, not hopefully, I am confident that all is well. I have exactly what I need when I need it, which I do right now, you know, as far as, you know, just, you know, food, just the necessities, you know, air, food, water, fucking clothing. I'm good there, you know what I mean? And then if there's something I need out the store, the resources will be there, you know? I'm not fucking worried about it. And that's the program. That's what you got to be mindful of. Like, I see the fucking support. I see it there. It's always there. At the nick of time, like, at the nick of fucking time. Maybe a couple seconds after, you know, or right at the point I need it. It shows up. Just enough to make the fucking ego sweat it out, worry like a little bitch, you know? And that's what I'm saying, like, that's what Spirit is teaching you by, or teaching me by having faith, you know, that it doesn't come when you want it to come, when you need it to come. It comes when in divine timing. And teach yourself that. Fucking divine timing. It doesn't go on the ego's time, it goes on divine time. But I just, like I said, my main goal is to fucking keep a phone, keep posting these videos for you, and keep exploring my journey, you know? And then, I don't always get, like, for some reason, I don't get all the comments for some reason. Like, I'll go to click on a comment, and it'll say this comment's not available, so I don't know if they delete it or what. But there's a few comments that I was made aware of about some shit that I'll make in another video, earlier in the video, so I know the individual received it. You know? Because people like to project their bullshit onto you, you know? While they're over there fucking with their thumb in their ass, not doing shit with their life. But they want to fucking sit there and project their bullshit onto you. Act like you ain't doing things with your life. So, either way, fucking have a fucking blessed day. Hope everybody's living their best dream, you know? Love and light.